Shalom, this is your Ark. Yah is magnified. Coming back with another informative video. I titled this video, Stop Child Support Before It Starts, Billy's testimony. But before I tackle this subject, as always, I must state for the record, I'm not a lawyer, I do not practice law, and I do not pretend to. All my videos are for informational and educational purposes only. They're all facts and all truth, nothing more, nothing less. So with that being said, let's get to it. Okay, so as you all know, I've been telling you all this year that it's all about show and prove. People want to see the facts, the evidence, and the proof to support the testimonies. Okay, so I put a video up that Bill did that he recorded himself, explaining his situation. But I also want to have him come on and give his testimony as well on what we done and what he been through in this fight. Okay, also, for him to explain that there's certain things that you have to file into the court, but it's not all them documents that people are telling you guys to file. It's way easier than that, especially if you're just getting on support. Okay, you don't have to file a lot of documents into the court. The best time to stop it is before it starts. That's the best time to get in and get out. Okay, but as you all can see, this is the paperwork on the screen. The reason why the paperwork looked like this is because Billy blocked out majority of the information because this is a sealed case. Okay, they sealed this case, but we're going to read the portions that we could show, and Billy will come on and explain that to you guys as well. But let's continue. It states, the court has, at its discretion, considered the findings of a validated risk in these assignments and the findings of an appropriate professional assignment. Then it states, let's pick it up at the bottom, at the next paragraph. It states the court finds that Billy Jack Rowe and Lisa Dawn McLean is the persons responsible for the support of the respondent. After notice, the respondent and the persons responsible for the respondent were given a reasonable opportunity to be heard concerning the ability to pay costs of the court and child support payments. Let's go to the next one. The court finds that the person responsible for the respondent's support is unable to pay a monthly child support payment. So again, they stopped child support before it started. So as you can see, their excuse was they was unable to pay child support. But the case never got there. The court never got to determine how much he had to pay, like he said in the prior video. And as you guys can see, this was done October 17, 2019. This month, this year. Okay? So, without further ado, I'm about to bring my Ark on. Alright, as promised, I have my Ark on the phone. You ready, Ark?
I'm ready.
Alright, the floor is yours.
Alright. Just proof again that, man, you can beat this child support. It's just a matter of knowing certain things. It's contract. Contract is law. Law is contract. Study the contract, and what does the courts need to be able to proceed. Y'all's magnified has showed you everything you need in them videos. Listen to what he's telling you. His process works. I've done a lot of this on my own, and he showed me a quicker process to go around other ways and so forth, and helped me out on this one. But, I understand how the courts operate. And so, I just want to let y'all know it's possible. I mean, my second time around, and I beat it.
2 times.
It's just not hard. But, anyways, it's up to y'all to study and learn and listen to what's being taught.
Yep. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, I was telling them that you had blocked out the information because the case is sealed.
Yes, it involves a minor, and the state come after me for child support and so forth because he got in some trouble, and the state wanted to come after me for child support instead of the baby's mama. It was the state this time.
Right.
So I stopped the state.
Correct. And did you file a lot of documents into the court?
No, did not file a bunch of documents in the court.
Okay.
Just simply a few things to stopped the court and took control as a man.
Exactly. Yeah, because, a lot of people, they're talking about the cut of law forms and the SSA, sending paperwork to the SSA. Did you do any of that?
Oh, no, didn't have to do none of that. And that, if you look at that Cole form, it talks about a citizen and all that stuff as well.
Yeah.
You're
right. That's
putting yourself into them courts, filing certain things that are telling you you're a citizen. I'm not a citizen.
Exactly. I don't find anything that had the word citizen on it at all. And you're right about that. That's the main thing. And when people, they hit me up in my email asking me, what about the cut of law form? I said, you can do it if you want to, put it in your case if you want. I would never do it because that term citizen alone puts you in a bind that you can't get out of. So you gotta move wise when you're dealing with these courts.
Yeah, it's give and joinder, and that's what they need.
That's all they need. Once they get you, you're now liable or accountable for a debt that's made out of thin air. And then also by filing forms like that in the court, you also add to the what? The controversy, correct?
Correct. So, courts can't move forward without controversy.
So my main thing I tell everybody is to do what, Bill?
Stop it before it ever proceeds.
Right. And
so stand as a man.
Stand as a man and what? Stop arguing, correct? There's nothing to argue about.
Exactly. There's nothing to argue about. Courts can't move forward.
And that's it. That's all. It's just that simple. And I'm just glad that you got to do it again to show brothers. The last time we did it, we went a little longer way. But that's because, you was already... When you already on that at that time?
Yeah, I was already on it. And the first time they put me in front of family court, and I shut them down. And I'd never experienced having my ex there, my ex's attorney there, the attorney for the state, and the judge. And I had all sorts of people surrounding me. I didn't know how to deal with more than just the attorney and the judge. So, I agreed to go to the district court. And, of course, I finally won it in the district court. But, I was still learning a lot, and I never stopped. Even though I won, I still continued to learn and study and so forth. And it came in handy. Never thought I'd be back on where they were trying to get me on child support again.
Right, exactly. Yeah, because when you had posted it up, I was like, what? You like, yeah. I was like, all right, well, I got you. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? This time we're going to do it like this. You was like, that's it. I was like, that's it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. You showed me a shortcut, and, man, it saved me a lot of time.
Yeah.
So, a lot better process in my way. I mean, my way worked, but it's just, man, you showed me a major shortcut.
Yeah, because you was ready. Yeah, you was ready. I said, Bill, you can do all that. All that's going to work, but let's just do it this way, knock them right out the way, you be all right. You said, all right, we'll do it. He said, you know what, that do make a lot of sense. I'm just going to do that. I was like, yep, you got it. And you did it, went in there. So what did the judge say to you when you went in there?
Well, she essentially really didn't say much to me. I just reminded her, how my standing was in that court, and she just quickly stopped in her tracks. I don't even know that she even looked to see what was filed in the case until what I'd stated about how my standing there. She stopped in her tracks, and I held up her oath of office, and she backed down real quick and said that she finds that I didn't have any financial means to pay, and I never gave them no financial statements. They don't know what I made. So they, of course, last time they gave up some excuse too. They never tell the truth, because if they tell the truth, it's on these court records and stuff, and other people will find it and figure out it's fraud and how to go about and destroy these fictitious courts.
And that's exactly what it is. So they'll come up with any type of bogus excuse that they'll give to say, well, we're dismissing the case for this reason. But, people that was there and people that witnessed it go on, they like, nah, that ain't the reason we heard. Or we just...
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and nobody will ever... They'll never put the truth of why a case gets dismissed. They never do that.
Right. Yep. That, like the last paperwork I put up, my last video, I was showing everybody, my Ox received paperwork. I basically did what I told him to do what you did, and he got the same results. But in his situation, he didn't even show up. He just said he gonna just do what I told him to do. He not going in that place. Next thing you know, he received a letter saying that they stopped it. They're not going to pursue. So,
well, and I can see how that works as well, you know.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So it's just crazy, man, you know. But for all the brothers out there fighting, I can't stress it enough that they got to continue to fight. You know, it's easier to stop them before you get on, because once you go on, then that's when you start filing more documents. But it's certain documents that you got to file. Because like I said, online, a lot of people are telling y'all to file a lot of things that has nothing to do with your freedom.
Yeah, so people just need to stand on the square, quit going in as a 14th Amendment citizen. People need to read up what the 14th Amendment citizen is, and it was never even ratified.
Exactly. They're going in as the slave.
Exactly.
A guaranteed corporate fiction, you know what I mean? Giving their rights over, turning their body over to the state willfully, not understanding what's really going on.
They will never win if they file that 14th Amendment stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe if they go through that long process and acting like an attorney and motions and all that stuff, and if they don't know exactly what they're doing, and that's so much time and consuming, it's a lot easier to stand as a man.
Right, exactly. Because, motions is just asking the court to do something.
The court. Yep.
And if you're asking the court to do something, that automatically turns the court over. Automatically turns you over to the court jurisdiction by simply asking. Automatically.
Yeah, and then they use their own rules against you, and they change the rules as they go along.
Exactly, because they made them up. They make them up as they go. There's always a counter rule to count the rule that you're trying to apply against them. They have another rule to counter that rule that only works in their favor, that will benefit them, and that's how they move forward. So no matter how much we study their rules, their codes, their statutes, their laws, there's always a counter law in there in place to keep you underneath the 14th Amendment slave.
Exactly. So people just need to stand as a man and go in there and take control.
Yep. Well, they heard it from you, Bill, and you did it twice. So not once, but twice. So, hey, if they can't see that, then I don't know what else to tell them, Bill.
Yeah, well, you give them proof, and you give them everything they need in there. And, I've taken some of your information and applied it to what I've learned, and, it's truthful. So,
yep.
That's really about all I got to say. Stand as a man and quit letting them walk all over you men and women out there.
That's it. That's all. That's all it takes. All right, so that's all I'm going to do for today. I'd like to thank Bill for coming out, giving his testimony again. If you all need my help, hit me up in my email at yahismagnified@gmail.com. Let's get this ball rolling. Like, share, and subscribe. With that being said, I say shalom, Bill.
Shalom.
All right, thanks, my brother.
Later.